broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
What up, AfterBuzzers? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the AfterBuzz TV Battle of the Bloodlines, MTV's The Challenge. I'm joined in studio this week by my co-host, Paulina, Aguilar.
That was pretty good. Everybody. Yeah, not so bad.
With the red lipstick, the leather jacket, vamping it up, we have Miss Roxy Striar.
Oh, hey.
And the title for tonight's episode is True Blood, if you couldn't figure that out with the damn theme song.
I thought it was kind of a cool intro, and I like when you do your smooth voice. Yeah.
My voice, my Sergeant Voight voice from Chicago PD.
Oh, such a good show.
I know, I just watched it for the first time the other day. That's why I had that reference. Because SVU had the crossover episode. But anyways, we're here to talk about MTV. We made it. The final challenge.
Finally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little confused because TJ shows up. He says, yo, before we start the challenge, my boy Franz gonna come up in here. He gonna measure you up.
Yeah.
He's a tailor.
Mm-hmm.
So we see him. He comes. He gets everybody measured up. And we get to day one, and that takes us to day one of the challenge.
Well, don't you just think that would be so funny if it had been all vets and they were like, oh, yeah, this probably just happens every time. Like, the only
all rookies?
Sorry, if it had been all rookies. The only person who was like, no, guys, this isn't legit was Cara Maria. She's like, no, this doesn't usually happen. Jenna's like, well, maybe they just didn't do it my season.
Right.
Like,
So TJ says there's 5 stages, but next week's the last episode. And tonight we saw one stage, and it had 4 parts to it.
Yeah.
And it took up the whole episode.
So
I
what are
think-
we going to see next week?
Part 5 could have Part 5A, Part 5B, Part 5C, and Part 5D, maybe.
Well, they're saying there's a difference between a challenge and a stage. So they had 4 challenges today, but that
one
completes
stage.
one stage. So it's almost like Maze Runner. If you've ever watched Maze Runner, once they get out the
Yeah.
first maze, it's like, well, you got to complete all the other mazes in order to get out the big maze.
Oh, I didn't understand that. So we have only completed 1 of 5?
Yeah.
I thought we had completed 4 of 5.
I did too, until, and maybe I'm getting it wrong and the way they're wording it isn't correct, but they specifically made a difference in saying stages versus challenges. So this first stage, they had to run around this complex and then go inside the building and do the first puzzle.
What
then
do
they
you
have to
think
run around again.
Of the 120-pound to 60-pound ratio.
I think it's rude. I think at this point,
Yeah.
no, after the last one, because even now I'm like doing the math in my head. I'm like, this doesn't actually even make sense, because if I was to do it, I mean, I'm carrying someone 20 pounds lighter than me.
Right.
It should
Where
be
the
based
girls-
on your weight and size, not based on your gender, like they usually do. They do a percentage of you or something. You're telling me that what CT can carry is the same thing as what as you can carry? Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
That was what got me a little irked, especially after the last one where we saw clearly you guys gave them too much because the guys couldn't even handle it. So with this one, it was just kind of like 120 pounds, and then you give the girls 60 pounds. Now, I know that there are some girls out there who weigh about 90 pounds, 90 to 100 maybe. I would think the average girl is in between, at the age that they're playing, I would think somewhere between 110 and 140. I would say the average girl playing that.
Definitely, like I think that they probably both weigh about 120 something pounds.
That's awesome. So I can compete with the women. That's cool. Anyways, so to me, okay, so let's say they weigh 100 pounds, 120 pounds. I don't know, like it just didn't make sense to me. I felt like it was too little for the girls and too much for the guys. I felt like 60 pounds for the girls, but if you can do that, then give the guys maybe 80 to 100 pounds.
That's double. It wasn't even like. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like not even a 20-pound difference.
You know what I mean?
Literally double.
Yeah. So that just got me out of it as far as that. So we get in there. The first stage we see, so there's 4 checkpoints. That's what they were calling them, checkpoints. You have to run around this lab and run laps and then get the tokens. So the first one is the barrel roll. So you have to roll 6 barrels uphill and then stack them.
I thought this was going to be like a wheelbarrow where you have to hold somebody's legs and they have to run up something. I was so excited to watch that. This was just a freaking rolling the barrel.
Welcome to 2016.
Yeah, but how cool, how funny would that have been? Like up the hill, they have to, whatever.
Well, yeah, because Corey probably would have dropped Mitch a million times. He was so tired.
That'd be funny.
The fastest team wins. So we see in this one, the barrel roll, Cara and Jamie got first place. Jenna and Brianna second. I have to say, I know at the beginning Jenna and Brianna were annoying me. I found myself
liking them,
happily rooting for them. I was so excited. It was like watching Pokemon like finish something. Like they're just so cute together. Like every time they finish something, yep.
They were too adorable.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but fall in love with both of them. Think about how far they've come too. I never thought they could even get along not competing together, let alone in these high stress situations. It was so cool to watch these cousins. This show has brought them together.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I mean, you see it especially with all the final teams. I mean, we see Cara and Jamie. Cara says, "Are you reassessing our relationship as cousins?" Because really, I mean, imagine if Anissa and Rihanna had gotten to something like this. When you get to this level, it's like, I didn't even know this girl before we started the show, but now not only are we connected blood, but we just chugged 8 beers, ran around all day, throwing up on each other's faces. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even love myself enough to do that.
I get that. Wait, going back to something you said earlier, everybody in the chat right now is saying that Cara Maria carried the 120-pound bag.
No.
Well, okay, I was confused by that.
Because she picked it up.
She picked it up. She said, "I can't carry your bag."
Yeah. I don't know.
hope not.
I was confused if she had picked up his bag
On
for
accident,
one,
maybe.
but it looked like she had put it back down, or if they had because she said, "Oh, they've already done the lap around and dropped it off." I don't think she carried his bag. No.
I don't even know if MTV would have let that happen.
I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't have.
I would have lost a lot of respect for Jamie to let that happen.
Oh, I would have lost respect for MTV if Cara was like, "No, I want to pick up the 120 bag," and MTV's like, "You can't do that." Like, did you see Beyonce at the halftime show? I can do whatever I want.
You think this was another like make up rules as they go situation?
Maybe. And they do that all the damn time, so.
I don't think she carried his bag. I remember her
either.
making that comment, but it sounded like she said, "I cannot carry your bag."
Yeah.
And then he struggled the whole way.
camera, she was like, I picked up his bag. It was 120 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't think she did.
I don't think she did, though. So Cara is in first place after the barrel roll, leaving Corey in third place, which Corey and Mitch kind of stayed in third place the whole way through.
Not kind of.
They did.
Yeah, they just did.
And I gotta say, I know we say this every challenge. I say, I really like this one. I love this challenge. I think MTV finally put a challenge together to where you have no idea who's gonna make. I would never have imagined these teams in the final. Maybe Corey and Mitch.
I think we all had Cara as the final 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all had Cara. The other 2, no. Not at all.
Yeah, we had Cara, we had Johnny.
Yep.
Maybe Leroy.
The regulars.
Even
So
Nani.
yeah, so it's interesting to me that we're here and we're playing these challenges where Jenna and Brianna are in the lead the whole time.
Go. I was rooting for them just because they're
And
the
how
underdogs.
much-
And never complaining.
Never.
Yeah, that's what I loved about it. But the thing that bugged me about it was their lack of confidence. I think throughout the whole thing, they're like, I think they were a little bit insecure that everybody just didn't think that they were going to make it. They kept talking about, they're going to be shocked and going to be shocked. And, now that we gain this confidence in this challenge, we can finish it.
I loved that.
I love it. Because, go ahead, why?
Well, because everybody we're seeing in their director cameras or even when they're just talking Corey tonight is like, I can't believe we're losing to the simple life. Like that's what he
Yeah.
calls them. When
that was funny.
When Jamie makes a comment, he says we're behind Jenna and Brianna, and Cara Maria starts laughing out loud. Everybody's thought of them as a joke. It's ridiculous. So of course, when somebody tells you you're a joke, you're a joke, you're a joke, you start to think you're a joke. And I loved watching them learn to believe in
kick some
themselves.
ass. Oh,
yeah,
heck
it was so
yeah.
cool to watch them gain this confidence.
Did you ever see the movie Baby's Day Out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn right I did.
That's
Yes,
what they
I
reminded
love
me of.
that
So
movie.
Baby's Day was this 90s movie where the baby gets out of the house and aimlessly crawls through New
through
York
the
City, and it's like just
Trying
God
to
is
make it to
over.
the zoo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and God like overwatches this baby, and no matter what, the baby never gets harmed. That's what Jenna and Brianna were like to me in this. It was like they didn't have the confidence, but it was almost like it was building as it goes on. We see, these little two girls were like, okay, we're going to try and roll this. Like, we're just going to try. Oh, and as we're trying, wait, we're
We can
beating
do it,
them.
yeah.
It's almost like the tortoise and the hare.
It's the teamwork
Yeah.
aspect. No other team has that teamwork. When they had to get the beer in, they held each other's hands. When they're doing the tire thing, they're
held
like,
each other.
no, together. And they're like, all right, we got this, girl. Like, and they keep giving each other pep talks. Every single time, they're literally holding each other's hands. That's rad.
That was really
But I
cute.
think like what you said before, what helped them was they didn't complain.
Yep.
Not one time.
And very surprising, because we've
Really?
seen Jenna complain in the past.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can
we're-
see that, but they work out a lot.
We're about
At
to get
least-
to that food thing.
Well,
so
yeah,
we'll
next
see.
week, so we'll
Yeah.
wait. So 2, we get to flip-flop. Jenna and Brie are first in this one. So this is, they have to catapult this glass beer cup, and if you miss it, it's
to
like beer
drink
pong. You
beer.
have to, yeah.
Which
Like a beer.
I had to agree with Corey. I did not find anything wrong with this one. Maybe because I'm a beer drinker,
I'm
so I would have
not.
been so
This would have
excited.
been. I would have been Cara. I would have been.
Really?
Honestly, I would have been exactly like Cara. I'm not even mad at her. I would have been. I hate the taste
So
of
would you
beer.
rather have like drink fish guts?
Oh girl, I don't know. But like, maybe. But like, beer is absolute. Like, I don't know. It was because my dad like thought it was funny when I was a child and like forced me to drink it because I would like make these reactions and he would just be
You
like,
just
"Ah!"
always hated it.
I despise the taste of beer. I probably shouldn't have said that on air.
Whatever.
But
It was funny.
it was funny and it was cute. But then I'm like, oh, it's what kind of beer?
Non-alcoholic.
That's no
Probably-
fun.
yeah.
Because
Probably
how
like
much
Old Jules
fun
or
would
something.
Blockhead have been if they were drunk?
I mean, I think legally they're not even allowed to
couldn't do it.
compete when they're drinking. They can't have had alcohol in their system for 24 hours. So we had to have known that this wasn't going to be legitimate booze. But that would have been way cooler. Like watching them get drunk and like try to jump on this thing when they're shithoused. That would
I
be
like the
epic.
beer thing because it was Germany, so for that reason, it was cute.
Which is why we're getting the blood sausage.
And it was, I mean, you could just tell, I mean, from the beer that I have drank, it's very heavy. Beer
Yeah,
sits
yeah, it
in
can
you
be.
heavy, so I can't even
It can
imagine
be.
running after that. Or,
This is gonna make me sound so bad though, but beer is super easy to vomit. Like that.
I'm not sure anything like
Beer is
sounds
really,
weird.
really easy because it goes down, and then if you need it to come up, you can get it right back up again. So
Really?
yeah, definitely, it's one of those.
and that's why she kept getting mad because she was just like, if I could just
can't
throw
throw-
this
yeah.
up,
Yeah.
I'd be fine.
Right, and it literally would just all get out of her system. Like I'd have to assume that fish guts coming back up, that's a whole different thing. But beer, it's
smell.
like it goes down, it goes up. You know, everybody's had that before. You vomited from drinking, so.
Yeah.
Were they allowed to drink for each other?
Everybody's had that before. That's probably not something I should have said on the show.
Because were they allowed to drink for each other? Because Mitch had made it first, and then Corey took a while. But then I saw
And then
Mitch throwing
Jamie
up
said
and
the
drinking
same.
and drinking. Yeah, exactly. And you see him; he was already done. He chugged a beer. He set it down. He goes, "Okay, Cara Maria, go."
I don't know if it was about who's drinking them. I thought it was more about
Making
you can't
it
move because it was
until you drink a beer.
no, you can't
Right, I knew that, but
until
I thought if
each
you
one
miss,
of you select. Well, I don't
Then
know if
you
that was
drink.
if that rule was given up because we did see both teams be like,
Doing
"Oh, I'll
it,
drink
yeah.
it." So I think it was more about just making it in.
I think that James probably hit the nail on the head on this one, that they made the rules up as they went. Like, you drink that.
is taking
you
way
can't-"
too long.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if I was on y'all team, I would have been there sipping that beer like.
No.
Oh man, I would have chugged it for you.
Oh,
Down
you
the
would have been
hatch.
so mad. No, and I would have been there like. "Ah!" I'm not a drinker.
Are they counting like any spilled beer? Because like you could chug a beer and pour half of it down your chest and your face.
No, but I mean, they weren't even getting mad that they were drinking it and then throwing up.
Yeah.
Because Cara was legit like, oh,
yeah.
Sorry for that. Oh, I'm a visual person.
If that's the case, why not just hold it in your mouth and just spit it right back out after you drink it?
This is what Jones herself says.
It's not fun, James.
No.
Jones herself says, beer rules. It was annoying people not liking it. It's better than drinking fat or what Jenna and Jay didn't drink in the final that they quit. It would have been kind of gross because it's non-alcoholic. Plus, it's filling. I agree. I saw a lot of Twitter comments being like, this is so stupid with the beer. I thought it was kind of cool.
No, it was cool. Yeah. Totally cool. I wish it was real beer, though. So then we get to Blockhead, which was an interesting kind of puzzle. So it's like this Tetris shapes, and they have to make it flat against the puzzle board. Jenna and Bree completed it first. I got to say, though, Corey and Mitch, superstars. But Jenna and Bree got the...
It was more
Corey
Mitch.
It's just Mitch, yeah.
Sorry.
Because he's a genius.
They got the puzzle really quickly, but Jenna and Bree still in first place at this point. And then we get to Don't Get Tired. You have to build a bridge.
I think this is my favorite one.
With tires. Me too, and I'm going to tell you why. Your feet can't touch the ground. This reminded me of me and my brother used to play this like growing up. Don't touch the ground.
Always. We would build like jungle gyms and take our mattresses off and all different pillow stuff, and the ground was lava.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this was almost a make the rules up as they go along, because obviously the way Jenna and Bree were doing it made sense. Mm-hmm. But then I started thinking, okay, there's two tires. Tires go inwards like this. Why can't we each put our feet inside the tire?
I was thinking that too.
And wobble like this. You would never touch the ground. You'd never fall over.
Because you're supposed to build a bridge, though. Then if you were walking on two and waddling over, it's just one tire.
I think part of the rules were that
was that it has to be a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
You know, that was just my thing of it, because I was like looking at it and I'm like, if they're on the ground like that, then why can't they just...
I think that would be more tiring as well.
Yeah. It would be hilarious to see a bunch of people...
And I think they probably might be more likely
looking
to
like
fall.
happy feet.
I wish... I wanted to see Jenna and Bree do something really silly here, like, a bridge, and, like, have one of them lie down, like, have them cross over. Simple life.
Do something ridiculous, but it works perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
I was so upset when poor Jenna's foot touched the ground.
But I loved her reaction.
Breeze.
No.
Oh, Bree's foot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have been pissed. I'd be like, God damn it, girl, come on, get it together. But no, they're like, okay.
That could lose them the challenge.
Cara and Jamie were... they were freaking me out the way they were doing it.
Oh, I would have been annoyed.
Like the way it was like one person goes down, the other person's over and behind with the... it was just like... look at the way they're doing it. Let's do it like that, because you're freaking me out. Like, I don't know if my arm power is strong enough. Like, we just been drinking beer, running around, like, to be carrying...
Wait, kind of off topic, but there was something I was confused about, and I forgot to ask you guys this at the beginning. They said that they were going to add up all of their times for the actual challenges. So does that mean that the running time in between doesn't matter?
No, I would think it counts.
I think it's the final challenge. Like, I'm pretty sure it's, like, the time between... when you finish and you're waiting. Like, so I don't think it's like...
because this was all one part, so it was just from start to finish.
That's what I think the challenge time.
Got it.
Personally. I don't know. But you're in the chat, so maybe some of the chatters, you guys know. All right, so at this part, we see Cara and Jamie catch up. Jenna and Bree complete it. And is this telling that maybe they actually have a chance to taking it home all the
Teamwork
way?
makes the dream work.
I do.
They waited for a while.
Yeah, they did do very well, but every team has their weakness. So I feel like there's going to be a challenge. I think it's the food one that we saw in the preview where they're going to get stuck.
What did you guys think of this overall kind of jungle gym competition for them? So this is one stage. So we just basically had them running around it, and every time you ran around, you had to do a little activity. What are you liking that? Did you think that, for the final, these were all worthy of
It kept my attention the whole time. There were puzzles, there was drinking, there was physical activity. You had to use your brain for something. Like, I love that kind of thing. I'm seeing a lot of hate on it, and I really don't understand.
I don't understand it. I was thoroughly entertained.
Me too.
And I don't know if it's more of the people are entertaining me, because I'm just so happy that we have these 3 teams in there, and it's not Bananas, CT, and the same people doing the same kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like that it's not out in the mountains. It kind of reminds me of The Amazing Race.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's kind of what I want to see more in the next episodes of them running around the actual city. Like, okay, here's a card, go find this place and go find the flag, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping to see.
Boom. On that note, let's head into what? Predictions.
What?
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV.
So again, like I said, I don't know if anyone in the chat has said it about the 5 stages thing, if that's going to be...
That's a lot to fit in.
Yeah, they all thought what
40
you guys
minutes.
thought.
44
really?
minutes.
Yeah, they all thought what you guys thought. They all seem to want Brianna and Jenna to win. And Alex just voiced something that many people have been voicing, which is loved watching Cara cry. Like, everybody was kind of like, you've been the one this whole time, and then you were yelling at Jamie, and...
Heck yeah. I was annoyed,
Breaking
honestly.
down.
If I were Jamie, I would have said the same thing. I'd been like, don't talk to me. I already know. I'm here for the right reasons. Just let me do my thing. I'm right behind you.
He was like, no more inspirational
Yeah.
Cara. I can't. Just shush.
And then you just see it flip
Yeah.
as she's complaining.
About the
I
drinking,
would-
the
yeah.
throwing up and all that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for next week. I can't imagine how they're going to shove this 5 of those
Series
things
into-
into one episode.
And
So it's
what's
got to
with
be
the
intense.
costumes? Like
The
the
suits.
suits.
The
and
suits
yeah.
tailored. So what I'm thinking is because Germany is like, is that where like Bond and all that kind of stuff takes place? Like,
That's England.
oh,
Yeah.
well, they keep. It just seems like they keep, because they're in Germany. They're like going after
Keeping
this
with the-
like
I mean,
double
in
agent,
Born
secret agent
Identity,
thing.
he ended up in Germany, Greece, and then Germany and something. I don't know.
Do you get that though? I feel like they're like trying to put this like
Which is
the
cool.
tailored suits, the jumping on car to car,
Yeah.
Well,
the abandoned
well,
warehouse.
I remember them having some challenges where they had to put on like a wedding dress and a suit, but
Yeah.
it didn't have to be fitted.
Yeah.
So maybe that just, I don't know.
Well, when they did fitted, I thought it was going to be, the situation's going to be like, you're going to get this suit that's going to be 2 sizes too small, and then you have to do the activities in your suit or whatever. But
make
we
it
see that they
uncomfortable.
are going to wear their suits. Each team gets a different kind of color or whatnot.
oh.
And they're going to have to eat, what you see in the chat.
Alex says because they're in a city, they can't run around in their usual uniforms. Maybe it's like they...
Really?
I don't know. Maybe because it caused too much attention.
No, well, what does the Amazing Race do? They wear regular clothes.
This isn't regular clothes.
Well, they don't wear team colors.
Right.
Huh.
You're walking around with
never
a
thought about
camera
that.
crew and a production people.
No.
You're drawing attention to
No. Like, people... This probably was taped months ago.
Yeah.
People would see what teams... Oh, they would see the people. I don't know.
Yeah, but if I'm in Germany, I mean,
You're not gonna
this
see
is
it
more
for
of
a
an
while.
American show. So if you see Jenna and Bree, it's not like you're running around. You aren't going to be like, oh my God, that's Jenna and Bree from the challenge. I mean, maybe, but
Jones says to blend in, LOL. Joseph says, I think it's to avoid spoilers getting out, not to blend in. MTV was just scared about it getting spoiled. I'm kind of confused.
the spoil thing, I don't know, because their outfits didn't look. Those looked like more causing attention in the awkwardly fitting suits. But we see, so they're gonna have to eat, and that's the
Oh,
one thing
God.
Jenna said. Not
Yeah, that's my weakness too.
throwing up.
We
We see blood sausage, blood soup,
canoeing. They'd go canoeing.
blood
rowing.
soup. Like, what is that?
I don't want to know.
Disgusting.
I didn't think it looked that bad.
What?
I just didn't.
And then
you
it,
not
Not eating
partner?
Bulls balls.
yeah, that's what.
You can be my partner, so you can do that part.
And then the most interesting part is, I wonder what happens. It looks like they might get shut down or something.
Yeah, and
Or
TJ
TJ,
was
they're like in a
apologizing.
sewer or something, and they said you guys can't.
I think they
do
were in a
this."
tunnel. It looked like a tunnel. Maybe they didn't get the right permission slip, the right waiver.
Or something's about to happen. They're like, y'all need, this isn't safe for you, or
Or you can't
that's
be down
it.
here.
We've never seen anybody
No.
on the outside interfere.
Let alone TJ
Right.
in the middle of a final.
And TJ not have an attitude, or like TJ just looked
Literally,
shocked.
I'm so
Like,
sorry,
he looked
guys,
surprised.
or
Yeah.
whatever he said. I don't know what that could be. But I thought it was more intriguing than when we see ambulances.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this is something that I'm like, oh, I don't know what that
Who
is.
are these guys? I don't know, but what I do know is we will be here next week talking about it. Can't wait. Let us know what you guys think. Leave us a comment down below. Also hit subscribe. Please hit us up on iTunes as well. You guys can hit me up all week long at DJ Jesse J.
You guys can find me on Twitter at _Paulina Aguilar and on Instagram at Paulina M. Aguilar.
And you guys can find me at Roxy Striar. And not to bring the mood down at the end here, but everybody in the chat wanted us to say rest in peace to Dave Mira, who used to host
Oh my
the
gosh,
challenge. He passed
yes.
away this week. So
Wasn't it last week?
maybe last
After we did the show.
last week.
Yeah,
so
shout out to
just
Dave Mira.
yeah, absolutely, for doing all those years with the challenge.
Also, make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.